you might be surprised to learn that something as common as an apple can potentially be deadly. It's not the juicy, sweet flesh of the apple that's a problem, but the seeds. They contain a compound that releases small amounts of cyanide when crushed or chewed. Eating a few seeds won't harm you, but if you consume a large quantity or chew them before swallowing, the cyanide can build up to dangerous levels. So next time you're munching on an apple, be careful not to eat too many seeds. Kidney beans, a staple in many diets, hide a potentially lethal secret. These humble legumes, cherished in chili con carne and hearty stews, can turn from friend to foe if not handled right. Raw or inadequately cooked kidney beans harbor a naturally occurring toxin named phytohemagglutinin. This isn't just a tongue twister, it's a potentially serious health hazard. Consuming beans laced with this toxin could result in severe nausea and vomiting, and in rare cases, can even be fatal. But don't let this discourage you from enjoying your favorite bean dishes. The key to unlocking the goodness of kidney beans without the danger is proper cooking. When cooked thoroughly, the heat neutralizes the toxin, making the beans safe to eat. So, while kidney beans do carry a hidden danger, it's one that can be easily managed with a little culinary care. Remember, always cook your kidney beans thoroughly to avoid any unpleasant or dangerous effects. Potatoes, a beloved side dish, can actually turn against you if not stored and prepared correctly. Now this might be hard to digest, but it's the truth. Have you ever noticed a potato turning green or sprouting little eyes? That's not just a sign it's past its prime. It's a warning that the potato contains solanine, a naturally occurring chemical that can be downright dangerous. Solanine is a bitter compound that forms when potatoes are exposed to light and warmth for extended periods. If ingested, it can lead to some seriously unpleasant symptoms like nausea, headaches, and in severe cases, even death. The key to avoiding solanine poisoning is proper storage and preparation. Keep your potatoes in a cool, dark place and remove any green areas or sprouts before cooking. Remember, it's not just about eating healthy, it's about eating smart. So beware of the green potatoes and those sprouting eyes. Almonds, a favorite snack for many, have a bitter and dangerous cousin. Did you know that there are two types of almonds, sweet and bitter? While we commonly enjoy the sweet variety, their bitter counterparts are a whole different story. Bitter almonds contain a significantly higher amount of cyanide, a potent poison. Consuming raw bitter almonds, especially in large quantities, can lead to cyanide poisoning, which can be fatal. So stick to sweet almonds and leave the bitter ones to the experts. Fugu, or pufferfish, is a delicacy in Japan, but it's also one of the most dangerous foods in the world. Now you might be wondering what makes this fish so deadly. The answer lies in a potent poison known as tetrodotoxin. This lethal compound, found in the fish's liver, intestines, and sometimes its skin, is more toxic than cyanide. Just one pufferfish carries enough venom to take out 30 adult humans, and there's no known antidote to this deadly toxin. So why would anyone risk their life to savor this dish? The thrill, the prestige, the unique taste, they all contribute to fugu's deadly allure. However, it's not as simple as catching a fish and serving it up. Preparing fugu is an art form that requires years of dedicated training. In Japan, aspiring fugu chefs must undergo a rigorous apprenticeship that lasts for at least 2 years. And once they've completed their training, they must pass a stringent exam that only about 35% of applicants survive. Even with this level of expertise, accidents can still happen. Despite strict regulations, there are still instances of fugu poisoning each year, often due to amateur chefs attempting to prepare the dish at home. The first symptoms of tetrodotoxin poisoning include tingling lips and tongue, followed by dizziness, nausea, and muscle weakness. If treatment isn't sought immediately, the victim can experience paralysis and eventually death. So is it worth the risk? That's a question only the diner can answer. Some say the delicate, slightly sweet taste of the fish, coupled with the thrill of danger, makes fugu an experience like no other. Yet others would argue that no culinary delight is worth risking your life for. If you're ever offered fugu, remember, it's a high-risk food that could potentially be your last meal. It's a reminder of the fine line between pleasure and peril that is sometimes crossed in our quest for unique culinary experiences. We've covered some shocking foods so far, but the most poisonous of them all might surprise you. Let's take a quick trip back. We've journeyed through the treacherous territory of everyday foods that hide a lethal secret. We started with apple seeds, those tiny capsules hiding in the heart of our beloved fruits, with their potential to release cyanide when crushed. Then, we delved into the hidden danger lurking in kidney beans. Innocuous as they seem, they can cause severe symptoms if not cooked properly, thanks to a toxic compound called phytohemagglutinin. From there, we moved on to the humble potato. A staple in many of our diets, But when they turn green and sprout, they become a source of solanine, a poison that can cause everything from nausea to hallucinations and even coma. Next, we discussed almonds, specifically the bitter ones, which carry a dangerous secret in the form of hydrogen cyanide, a lethal poison when consumed in large quantities. And who could forget our deep dive into the world of fugu fish, the Japanese delicacy that requires a specially trained chef to prepare, lest the tetrodotoxin in its organs cause paralysis and death. After all that, it's time for the grand reveal. The most poisonous food of them all is the deadly nightshade. This plant's berries and leaves are loaded with toxic compounds called tropane alkaloids. Consuming them can lead to hallucinations, paralysis, and ultimately death. It's a plant that's as beautiful as it is deadly, with its alluring purple flowers and shiny black berries. But remember, looks can be deceiving. The deadly nightshade is a potent reminder of nature's power to both nourish and harm. So remember, while food nourishes us, it's also important to know what's safe to eat and what's not. Stay informed and stay safe.